Welcome to the tea room. I am coming to you today with an intuitive read. I may not use cards because I want to tell you a little bit about what's happening with me. And an amazing thing. Yesterday morning when I woke up, I felt like today was the beginning of the rest of my life. And the most exciting thing happened. I got the opportunity to go see Nelly at the PNC Arts Center in New Jersey. And I thought that he and Ashanti have a beautiful, beautiful love story. And I'm so proud of them for going forth in their love and just being themselves. But I have a few notes that I wanted to discuss with all that are listening as it relates to their wonderful journey. The one thing that I will say is that I agree with the title of their show, Ashanti and Nelly, We Belong Together. I do believe that they belong together. And I want to say, Ashanti, don't fuck it up, okay? And I mean that in the most endearing way, because sometimes when we get something that we've prayed for, hoped for, and longed for, and it finally comes through, we don't believe that it's true. It's kind of like imagine if you thought about hitting the lottery and then you hit the lottery for $500 million, right? And you were just broken in a joke. I'm telling you, you have to be prepared for wealth in order to enjoy it, accept it, and keep it. Otherwise, you will find a way to self-sabotage and get rid of it because that's what you're comfortable with, being poor. So with Ashanti, in watching the show, I noticed that it seemed as if she has issues with believing that this is all true. That's what's happening to her. And as she mentioned, that it all happened so quickly that she talked about them not having time to discuss where they would live. Well, I'm going to say that it's a no-brainer. If Nelly is saying, and this is if the show is showing the realness of what's really going on with them, and I think that it is, and they're having the discussion about where they would live. As I said, it's a no-brainer that they would live where Nelly makes his living in the business and in just following your husband, you know. Now, she talked about living in New York for pizza. Come on, Ashanti. Now, I'm not coming down on you, but I'm coming down on you. And saying, like, don't self-sabotage this good thing that's happening to you by finding nitpicky things to sabotage you guys' relationship. You have a beautiful, beautiful thing going on. Actually, I wrote a couple of little notes that I'm going to read from or refer to in on my, I'll say, my cheat sheet, okay? Let's see. Okay. I think that for Nelly, loyalty is not only everything, it's the only thing, okay? One would say, what does love have to do with it? I will say nothing, because without the loyalty for him, the love is, they're not equal. Love and loyalty aren't equal, because you can love someone and not be loyal to them. Let me give you an example. If it's true that they had an agreement to not talk about their marriage or disclose their marriage, right? And I heard on the radio, and I'm not knowing if this is true or not, but I'm just saying, I heard this on the radio that uh, uh, Ms. Jackson said something to Ashanti, or said something in the public or whatever, and Ashanti got it back or whatever, in reference to it doesn't matter if you're having his baby, we're just on a break. First question would be to Ms. Jackson, what the fuck is a break? But anyways, that aside, and that Ashanti got upset with her and disclosed that she was not just his baby mama, but she was his wife. Now, and they said that Nelly was upset with her because she, because allegedly, I want to say, because this is talking about what I heard on the radio, and it will be, referred to as hearsay. But anyways, for this purpose of this discussion, they said that Nelly was upset because she disclosed that they were married. Now, I tend to agree with Nelly and keeping it under wraps, because anonymity sometimes is the best policy. I mean, the mob has lived by it forever. They could drag you to the guards and they'll say that they didn't do it. Not because they're lying, but because they keep they're lying too, but the policy is anonymity and what you do and keeping it under wraps so that it doesn't come back to haunt you. Now, I will say, when folk found out that Nelly and Ashanti were having a baby, they were okay with that. But the moment they found out that they were married, folk went crazy. And it's because people are so accustomed to toxicity and not enjoying the true unconditional love in their lives, that they are hating and they want it for themselves, but they don't know that you have to be the right person for the right person. I mean, the two of you have to be right for each other in order for it to work out. Has nothing to do with how much money that each of you have, or one of you have, or whatever the case may be. Money is not a factor. When it's the right person and you come together in divine timing, then it's going to work. Because according to Matthew 19:6, if you believe what the Bible says, I have it written down to make certain that I don't screw it up here. It says, so they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. Okay? So now, with that being said, if God has joined the two of them together, no one can separate them, but you can certainly complicate the issues by sometimes disclosing things that you shouldn't disclose. I mean, you say, oh, you're being married, you want everybody to know. Maybe not. In their case, because they have a special relationship that because people don't always get to experience that because they're not patient, or they're just not knowing, or whatever the case may be, they don't experience true unconditional love. And it doesn't have to be outsiders. It could be your family. People get jealous, because now anybody that knows me and listen to anything that I say, when I heard that they were pregnant, I said, get married, go to the JOP, don't tell anybody, keep it a secret, because I felt intuitively that it would breed problems for them. Now, I understand that if that is true, the way that they say it happened with Miss Jackson, kind of, I would say, taunting Ashanti, and she got upset. But sometimes you have to hold your tongue. You have to, be still and see the salvation of the Lord, and just know that you're taken care of, and Exodus 14, I believe it is. What did I write down here? Yes. Says that. Where is it? Yes. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Yes. Exodus 14:13. Yes. Tells us to be still and see the salvation of the Lord. And now I want to say, as it relates to them moving, I look at this as like a Cinderella story, right? And imagine, Ashanti, imagine if, let me say this. There is no one that can fit your shoe, okay? The Nelly being, I'm going to say being the prince, found his princess in you, and no one else can fit your shoe. So it doesn't matter, right? It's all that matters is what happens with you and him and you guys' agreements, right? So in the story of Cinderella, we know that the prince looked for her and found her based off of the shoe being able to only fit her, right? So now imagine them getting together and she saying to him, oh, we should move out of the palace. That we would think that would be ridiculous, right? So I'm saying that in the instance of him moving from St. Louis to New York, I mean, don't press the issue on that, because from what I understood in watching the show, he gave you more than ample outs in terms of you guys traveling back and forth to New York. But as for moving to New York permanently, you have to understand, for one thing, if he moved to New York, he will lose his blessings. Okay? He knows that he is blessed in St. Louis, and that's why he's staying there, right? So be a virtuous woman and back him in that, you know, because you guys can travel anytime you want to. You have that luxury. You're wealthy enough to do it, you know, but don't press the issue for him to move from St. Louis to New York permanently, because you'll lose everything. Because it's not the place where he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be where he is, and he knows that. With him being an emperor, him being Nelly being an emperor, he's a father to many. That's why he's called to take care of so many people. That's his calling. He can't get away from that. And emperor cannot build an empire without an empress, and vice versa. An empress cannot build an empire without an emperor. So the two of you have to work together hand in hand. And being an empress, for him, you are the mother, okay? So therefore, you have to take care of home and make sure that everything is comfortable for him, because as he's taking care of many, you are taking care of him, and you guys are taking care of each other. Because I can tell you right now, he wants nothing more in this life than to please you. You are his joy. You are his everything. I mean, I'm telling you, I am so proud of him that he has come to the place where he's supposed to be. I mean, it may have seemed like forever, but forever is forever. And forever he landed with you. So I'm saying to you, Empress to Empress, Ashanti, back him in staying where he knows the blessings are. And like I said, in the Cinderella story, we would think it ridiculous for her to tell him to move from the palace. So just kind of think of it like that, on the lighter side, you know. And we know that in the story of Cinderella, they lived happily ever after, right? So we want to hold on to that, because one might say, oh, that's imaginary, but the word says, without a vision, the people perish. So we have to, you know, hold on to our imagination and let it work for us, right? The other thing that I thought about was okay, let's see. Did I forget anything? Okay. No, I covered everything. I just want to let me see. Yeah, I just want to congratulate you guys on your wonderful life, because I'm telling you, I am over the moon with joy and happiness for you guys, especially when I saw that Nelly he did like the spread with his and Ashanti's beginning and up to now. You know, it's like, I mean, that is that's a boss story. And anybody that can't see that, then hey, you know, later form. You know, I'm just saying, enjoy you guys' life together. It's a beautiful thing. The show was, I think it was a great show. You guys look good together. You love good together. And I think you're everything. You're a model couple. You're a model couple. And I'm happy. I'm proud of you, and I'm over the moon, thrilled with Nelly's love, because when a man loves a woman, oh my God, that is the most beautiful, beautiful thing ever. It's the most beautiful thing ever, and it is what many of us hope to find someday, or have it find us. We don't want to wait the 20 years or the 11 years or how many other years it was that you guys took to finally come together. But in divine timing, it's what it is. And it is beautiful. Enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. And Nelly, this show was great. Your dancers are outstanding. I said, wow, I haven't seen dancers so great since MC Hammer. I mean, they are fabulous. They are fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. They're the best. They work so hard. And I mean, they're the greatest. You have the greatest dancers ever. And Eve was outstanding. She was outstanding. She looks better than she's ever looked, ever. I mean, she looks fabulous. And Ja Rule, he was great. I'm not going to give it away with how he started out, but it was so cute the way he started out, because people that haven't seen the show yet, you guys are still doing the party. Yeah, where the party at? Yay! I love it, right? I'm not going to give that part away, but I thought that was so cute. I did think that he was going to bring out Little Mo, though. I was like, come on out, Little Mo. You know, I just wanted to see her, because I think they were absolutely great together in the songs that they put out. But the show was outstanding. And I want you to know, Nelly, that, oh my goodness, that location where you were, even though the sound system sucked balls, salty balls, I'm telling you, you packed out that house. You packed out that house. We couldn't even see what they had, the lawn seats. You couldn't even see the lawn. Couldn't even see the lawn. And we had to walk 1,000 miles to get from the parking to where where our seating was. And that was due to my lovely daughter that decided that she was going to go with free parking. I told her to enjoy the journey, because we're not doing that ever again. We're gonna get paid parking because it's closer. And you know, I mean, I'd like to get my walk in, but honey. But anyways, it was just a fabulous, fabulous show. It was a real treat for me. And as I said, starting my my day with the rest of my life, you know, going to the Nelly show. I mean, it was so wonderful. It was so wonderful, so wonderful. And we did miss Chingy. We missed him. My other daughter wanted to see him, but we missed him. We started to go to New York to see you guys tonight, but then we decided not to, because, I mean, it was bad enough with us getting to the location in New Jersey, but going to New York, it was just going to be too much of a hassle. But I really immensely enjoyed the show. It was everything. It was everything. Yes. Like I said, with the exception of the sound, you guys sounded muffled, but there was a girl that was standing behind us that knew every word to every song that you sang. So good God, you know, she was a diehard fan. So just to let you know how much I enjoyed your show. Now, Chris Brown is everything as well. But I told my daughter she's going to see him, I think, next week at the MetLife. I said, I'm not going to see Chris Brown. Now, I went to see Nelly because Nelly is everything, but I'm not going to see Chris Brown. I'm not, I don't have anything against him, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I could fit in with that crowd. I mean, I just want to say that I did enjoy the show immensely, and who knows, maybe I will go to Chris Brown's show. I don't know. But anyways, that's all I have to say. I didn't pull any cards because I didn't need to. But I wish you guys the best. And like, comment, subscribe to this video. I don't know if Nelly will ever hear of this video, or anybody that knows him will ever hear it, but that doesn't matter. For me, I just had to get it out. I was about to go out and do something else, and I had to stop and do this. My daughter came in the room. She said, I thought you was about to go out somewhere else. I said, Spirit won't let me not do this video, so I got to do it. So anyways, I hope it helps someone that is in a similar situation, or something like that, and know that true love, true unconditional love is a gift from God, and that it is available in this day and age. That is something that we need to know and can hold on to, and know that there's someone for everyone. And in right timing and in divine timing, it can happen. So with that, I'm going to say ciao for now.